And we've got a buffalo nickel right there. Let's do a 2-box nickel hunt. Roll number 4, box number 1, and we're going to have our first find from the 40s. It's 1942. The first year they made silver war nickels, but this does not look silvery. There isn't a mint mark above the Monticello building, so you know it's not silver. Yep, 1942 out of Philly. Roll 4, same roll a little bit later on, and we're going to have our first nickel from the 30s. 1939, now if it had a mint mark, it would be a key date, but I've already checked. No mint mark, just a 1939 out of Philly. Roll 24, yes, 20 rolls later, and we finally have our second nickel from the 40s. 1941 out of Philly. Roll 29, and we're going to have our third nickel from the 40s, and it's another 1941 out of Philly. Roll 31, and we've got a 1947. It's a little toasty. 1947 out of Philly. Roll 34, and we're going to have our first nickel from 1946, and it's out of Philly. Roll 43, and we're going to have 2 finds. First, we have a 1947 out of Philly, and then back here, a 1946 out of Philly as well. And that's it for box number 1. It wasn't a great hunt. Well, it wasn't even a good hunt, but it wasn't bad. We got 11 from the 50s, the lowest minted one being this 1952 out of Denver. Just 7 from the 40s, and the lowest minted one being this 1942 out of Philly, non-silver. Found a total of 15 2024s, all out of Philly. I did get one 2025 out of Denver, saving that for my album. And really the only decent find is this 1939 out of Philly, not the DDO, the DDR, or the Henning nickel, but it's still a pretty good find. So if you're watching this, that means box number 2 is a lot better. So let me get started on that hunt, and I'll come back when I've got something good. Roll 4 of box number 2, and we've got our first find. 1946 out of Philly. Roll number 5 of box number 2, and we've got a buffalo nickel right there. It does not have a mint mark, and it does not have a date. All right, let me grab the Nicodate, and I'll be right back. I only had to put the Nicodate on there for just a second. We've got a 1917 out of Philly, 108 years old. That is sweet. Roll 32, and we finally have our second find from the 40s. 1941 out of Philly. Roll 40, and we're going to have another buffalo nickel. Kind of got a green tint to it. No mint mark. Oh, we do have a date there. It's going to be tough to see. 1929 out of Philly. That is sweet. Roll 45, and we're going to have a 1939 out of Philly. And that's it for box number 2. That was another strange hunt. Let me give you a quick recap. Got a total of 12 from the 50s, and we did get a really nice 1958 out of Philly that has pretty low mintage, less than 18 million minted. As far as the 40s, just 2 from the 40s. A pretty decent 1941 out of Philly, but the lowest minted one was this 1946 out of Philly. Total of 17 2024s. These are still selling on eBay for about $10 per roll for circulated nickels. And we did get one 1939 out of Philly, and then 2 buffalo nickels, a 1929 out of Philly, and then the Nicodated 1917 out of Philly. So that's pretty sweet. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe.